Hello there, Commonwealth from here. Zelda 35th Anniversary Day has come and gone, and though we celebrated it properly on the channel, Nintendo, well, didn't. Aliens? Seriously, Nintendo? Wait, is that a hint for Breath of the Wild 2? Joking aside, February 21st this year was on a Sunday, but a delay of the anniversary makes perfect sense if we look at history, specifically how Nintendo celebrated Zelda's 30th, 25th and 20th anniversary of the franchise. It is actually far simpler than you think, since Nintendo has never celebrated a round Zelda anniversary on the anniversary day, February 21st, but instead focused on a longer build-up tied to the next new Zelda game the last 15 years or so, and this one usually begins in June at the earliest. But first, a clarification, as Pokemon is obviously celebrating its 25th anniversary throughout 2021, more specifically from Pokemon Day, which was on Saturday, February 27th, to early 2022 with the release of the open-world Pokemon Legends Arceus. And to think that Pokemon, unlike Zelda, was completely absent from the February 17th Nintendo Direct. And for a good reason, since both in 2016 and 2019 on February 27th, the Pokemon Company revealed brand new Pokemon games. In 2016, for the 20th anniversary, this was Sun and Moon, after doing a major montage of games from Red and Green in 1996 to Sun and Moon in 2016. While in 2019, the Pokemon Company used this day to reveal Sword and Shield, the first HD mainline home console Pokemon game. And this year, in 2021, for the 25th anniversary, they revealed no less than remakes for 2007's Diamond and Pearl and the first open-world Pokemon title, Legends Arceus. In other words, no world situation stopped the Pokemon Company's anniversary day celebrations. But most of all, Pokemon Day is celebrated as it is a great day to push merch. And let's just say that Zelda is nowhere near, as Pokemon has surpassed $100 billion in total revenue, and over 65% of this revenue is merch alone. Zelda, despite having some kick-ass and downright golden colored merch, does not reach further than the feats of Pokemon in this merch category, as we have never had a Zelda anime, movie, or even game until Breath of the Wild that was near the sales numbers of anything Pokemon. Instead, the Zelda teams and Nintendo's focus has always been on the games and delivering quality, and that is the best for us. They don't care about the anniversary day or Zelda if you want, but the anniversary year. And you know why? February 21st is simply not their game and has never been. Instead, the Zelda team and Nintendo have always had their eyes on a much bigger prize. Well, at least in the past, the oh so crucial E3 week and the second part of the year post E3. Since E3 week is where all new console Zelda games have been revealed for the first time, and most handheld Zelda since 2002, starting with Four Swords in 2002, Four Swords Adventures in 2003, Twilight Princess in 2004, but not Phantom Hourglass, which was revealed at the Game Developers Conference in late March 2006, and as the only new Zelda title started one of the big Zelda anniversaries early. Obviously, E3 that year was already taken by the Wii and Twilight Princess, which was Nintendo's big Zelda 20th anniversary launch title. Spirit Tracks, much like Phantom Hourglass, was revealed at GDC in 2009, and the reveals of new handheld Zelda titles have stayed away from E3 to this day. Since the same year, at E3, Nintendo first teased with a concept art, and then during E3 2010, revealed Skyward Sword in a rather embarrassing live demonstration featuring Bill Trinen and series creator Shigeru Miyamoto. At E3 2011, the celebration of Zelda's 25th anniversary was initiated by the Zelda Symphony of the Goddess, who, just like Pokemon for the later 20th anniversary, went over all Zelda games from Zelda NES to Skyward Sword. A Link Between Worlds as a handheld Zelda was revealed in April 2013, before being showcased in depth at E3. E3 2014 revealed Zelda for Wii U, the later Breath of the Wild. E3 2015 Triforce Heroes. E3 2016 the trailer, title, and show floor demo of Breath of the Wild. E3 2017 the first Breath of the Wild expansion trailer. And finally E3 2019 the reveal of the sequel to The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Most likely, until it was cancelled, E3 2020 was also planned to reveal Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, but we all know how that went. Nevertheless, time before and after Zelda in February and early March has been used to reveal and release remakes and remasters in the past. In 2016, Twilight Princess HD launched in early March. In 2019, Link's Awakening Remake was revealed in the February Nintendo Direct, and in 2021, Skyward Sword HD was revealed once again in a before Zelda February Nintendo Direct. What do all of these reveals and releases have in common? That each of these Zeldas were not celebrated by Nintendo. In fact, the 25th anniversary of the franchise in 2011 was first recognized with a logo and physical celebration in June at E3. The 30th anniversary, despite having Twilight Princess HD released a few days after Zelda, was not recognized by Nintendo with a logo until September 1st, 2016. In other words, Nintendo's celebration of Zelda, or more specifically Zelda's anniversary, is always delayed, and it is delayed for a key reason: marketing of the newest Zelda console title. In 2006, for the 20th anniversary, it was Twilight Princess. In 2011, for the 25th anniversary, it was Skyward Sword. In 2016, it was Breath of the Wild for its early 2017 release, which gave us this logo and a glorious Triforce-themed animation at Zelda's Japanese website, which was also quite fitting with the Triforce piece being the logo for the 30th anniversary and Zelda 1 on the NES. The more you know. 5 years later, in 2021, we have a very similar situation with Skyward Sword HD being revealed around the anniversary in February, and then a bigger celebration coming later this year. Normally, I would say it would start around E3, but with the uncertainty of how that will be hosted digitally and whether Nintendo will participate after pulling out from Digital Gamescom last year, we could be waiting for the 35th anniversary logo and celebration until close to the release of Skyward Sword HD on July 26th. But obviously, we at that point don't only expect a logo and more information of Skyward Sword HD. No, we want to see the final title of the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and new footage and finally gameplay. Some may even demand an online demo. But the final example is too much to demand with all of the Nintendo games leaking early in recent months. Well, that and the fact that people actually tried to steal the E3 2016 Breath of the Wild booth demo. No digital demo when there are no physical demos of our most anticipated game could be collective punishment for these leaks, sadly. So when do I think we'll see Zelda anniversary stuff? Definitely not until April, though May, June are possible. As we have seen, Nintendo really loves E3 and June for the new Zelda game announcements, but they might avoid a week due to ESA's ridiculous digital fees when they can just pull what Sony did in 2020, stealing the spotlight and revealing Zelda stuff and even new hardware models in that week, but without the blessing of the ESA and digital E3. Alternatively, they might wait until July for a big Zelda Direct a few weeks prior to the release of Skyward Sword HD. After all, throughout 35 years of Zelda, we've not had a single Nintendo Direct specifically dedicated to the franchise. You know, a Zelda Direct similar to the ones Pokemon, Mario, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Animal Crossing, even Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had in the past. A full-blown Golden Zelda Direct would be an absolutely brilliant way to properly announce the 35th anniversary with a logo. It is just that this franchise has for the last 15 years been used by Nintendo to market the new hardware. Twilight Princess and the Wii in 2006, then in 2011 with the 3DS plus Ocarina of Time and the Wii U with the Zelda HD experience. In 2015, new 3DS with Majora's Mask 3D, in 2017 Switch with Breath of the Wild, and finally in 2019 Switch Lite with Link's Awakening. Now in 2021, much is pointing to that the third final top model new Nintendo Switch Pro will be tied with Breath of the Wild sequel. And this possible revision of power and performance might be the reason why we have not seen the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild since E3 2019. They might be holding back the new Zelda until they can show the Pro. More on that in this video. But not only that, it might be the reason why we'll not see the game until at least sometime after April 1st, as that will be after the launch of Monster Hunter Rise, and with it the special Monster Hunter base model Switch bundle. Oh, and Nintendo's financial year ending on March 31st. The same goes for Super Mario's anniversary, so hopefully, come April, we could have something. Then there is the more grim possibility, but which also seems to be realistic, that Nintendo will wait until August so that Skyward Sword HD can hug the spotlight and be unobstructed from getting the sales Nintendo wants. Let's say the game comes out and then a few weeks after, Nintendo hosts a Zelda Direct where they finally share footage and the title of Breath of the Wild sequel and possibly even reveal the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD for the Nintendo Switch. In other words, finally celebrating Zelda 35 with a logo close to September, much like they revealed the 30th anniversary logo on September 1st, 2016. A late presentation like this would also make it obvious that Breath of the Wild sequel would not be coming out in 2021, and instead for the holiday season we will be getting the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, unless Breath of the Wild sequel is held back once again until the other event Zelda loved to show up at between 2014 and 2017. the Game Awards. And that is my analysis of this entire 35th anniversary situation. But wait a minute, August. Isn't that the month of Metroid's 35th anniversary? Yes, it is. So it looks like Metroid is being thrown under the Zelda hype train again, just like in 2016. At least First 4 Figures is recognizing the anniversary and celebrating with this Samus helmet statue. But what do you think about this entire anniversary situation regarding Zelda, Pokemon, and poor old Metroid? Sound off in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis of Zelda reveals and anniversaries, then please leave a like and share it. And if you haven't already, press that subscribe button for far more Zelda 35th, Breath of the Wild sequel, and Zelda videos. And press that notification bell and again for all notifications to not miss any of them. Finally, a big thanks goes to all our gracious patrons, and in particular our royal producer Charles Shash. And all of you watching, please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.